Remember when North Van homes would sell faster than a Cactus Club reservation when Taylor Swift was in town? Well, yeah, not anymore. But that's not bad news. That's the market getting healthy because while the rest of Vancouver is stuck between crash and recovery headlines, North Van has quietly entered an entirely new phase. It's not cold, it's not hot, it's just selective. The buyers, they're still here. They're just swiping left on the wrong listings. So let's zoom out and let's take a closer look at the bigger picture, so to speak. October's numbers, they paint a very North Vancouver. It's calm, it's cautious, it's a little smug about it. The detached sales are basically flat compared to last year. The listings, though, they're up roughly 14%. And the average home is taking 31 days to sell, and that's up from the mid 20s last year. So that's not panic, that's patience. It's the market taking a breath after a long sprint. So the sales to active ratio, it's sitting around 20%, so that's 2 out of 10 listings selling, which puts us in the sweet spot, balanced with a hint of buyer advantage. So let's start with the detached houses. North Van's bread and butter. Absorption's at about 20.1%, balanced, but is leaning strong. Prices, they're flat overall, up 0.7%, but still sitting roughly around $2.1 million. So now the fun part begins. The winners and the laggards. The winners for neighborhoods are Canyon Heights, Princess Park, and Grouse Woods. Those are all showing small but real bumps. People will pay for the trails, they'll pay for the schools, and they'll pay for the quiet. The softer areas, that's Norgate and Pemberton. Over there, the inventory is rising, buyers have options, and anything priced, let's call it optimistically, well, it's just gonna sit. If you are selling a detached house under $2 million, it should still move in about a month if you're priced right. And yes, we even saw a month where the $3 to $4 million bracket moved the quickest at around 19 days on average. But you got to treat that as a moment, not a guarantee. Average days on market overall is about 31, so the sellers, they need to budget for some time here. Now, townhomes, those are still the golden child. Not wild like in years past. Absorption is sitting around 24.3%, strong for North Vancouver. Sales, those are down a bit year over year because a lot of last year's buyers they already bought. So the demand that's left is very specific: space, light, parking, and a strata that answers the emails. Northlands, Indian River, and Roche Point, those all show well in that context. Lower Lonsdale, it still does good volume because the location really wins over there. Edgemont and Harborside, those need to come down and meet the market for pricing. The average time to sell is fast. It's about 22 days for townhomes, not 28. 28 is the condo number. The benchmark price is around $1.29 million, down 5 to 6%, and that's a polite correction, not a problem. Now, condos are the quiet middle child. Absorption is about 17.4%. It's balanced, but it's trending softer. Prices, they're basically flat, around $786,000, down about 0.5%, and this is where you see about 28 days on market as the average. But here's the honest part. Condo sales volumes were actually down more than 27% from last year, and even though the rate looks balanced, that just means buyers are they've got some room to compare properties. So what's selling? Lower Lonsdale, always. It's walkability. Plus it's got views and it's got trust. So what's not selling? Anything that's priced for last year or it doesn't show well or is in a pocket that's down double digits. So what's actually happening? Well, we're watching a market that stopped chasing hype and started chasing value. Detached is holding. Townhomes are stable but sensitive. And while condos, they're balanced on paper, they're a bit slower under the hood. The market didn't crash. It's matured, okay? It's not a fear of missing out market anymore. It's justify it to yourself in the mirror market. That's good news for listings and bad news for lazy ones. Good news for good listings rather, and bad news for lazy ones with poor photos, no video, no floor plan. So here's the takeaway. North Van, it's not dead, it's discerning. It's not a seller's market or a buyer's market. It's an intelligent market. If you're a buyer, this is your chance to shop strategically. If you're a seller, your home isn't competing with the market, well, it's competing with perfection. You gotta have that thing shined up, presented well, and marketed phenomenally. The ones that are priced right, those are the ones that's gonna win. Stage smart, marketed like they actually matter. So that's what you gotta take away from the latest numbers from October 2025.